This video I wanted to briefly talk how can you get rid of depression and what it is. Maybe not full depression, because you should actually go and consult if you have one. I never did, I never will. And yeah, but this feeling of emptiness, this feeling of sadness all the time, how can you get rid of it? And for me, I feel like it was only two aspects that played the role in me feeling empty and all the way. Let's start with the most obvious one, how I got rid from this feeling of emptiness and sadness all the time. For me, it was I was addicted to each fast dopamine, not each, but scrolling, gaming, and was the worst one, when you're home alone. I was addicted to it, and I feel like that was definitely a part of me being empty, feeling empty, being lazy without feeling even to study or do something else, just doing those bad habits over and over again, because I could scroll for 7 hours a day. And imagine when you scroll for 7 hours a day, a 1 hour of learning something is not going to hit you as it would before. So there was no motivation to anything else, just those three things. Of course, eating junk food, eating sweets, sugar, and fast food, and every other type of junk food that you can find. So I feel like it was the first one, and I got rid of it eventually, one by one. So first I got rid of, for me it was I got rid of scrolling first, and I hopped on senior attention, or whatever you call it. It really did help, but I felt better, but still not complete. So I also stopped eating sugar and junk food at one point in time. Right now I can have it a bit, but not that much as I did before. So yeah, that was one aspect of it. Hopefully you'll hear what I say, because it's really have the big division here, or wherever. As you can see, there's a lake down here, so that's why it may feel so windy, wherever. And yeah, that was the first aspect of it. I was just firing my dopamine receptors so much that I felt empty doing everything else. So that was part of it. Second was that I was really alone, I feel like, and I was in home each day. I was just going to school at that time, and for me it was school home. How this monotony, of things just really fucked me up. And when you stay home in those 8 corners, if you have a square room, in those 8 corners, then it's really fucking up your brain too, because you become like this closed in person. You don't go outside, you just, yeah, I started going out, just even as I'm doing right now, for my own sake. And I feel like it really helped me, because I still saw people. I was just going out, nature and everything. So that was definitely the part of it. And yeah, for me, those two were, I feel like, the most that I felt empty, and I wouldn't say depression, but I really felt really low. Like I was like a dead man walking. That's all I was. I couldn't talk. I wasn't that much of a person by that time. So I decided to change something. So I stopped with all the bad habits. Like mostly I stopped with each and every one of them. And I just started going outside. Why is it so windy? It wasn't that windy before, I swear. And you know, just I would never take the antidepressants, because I feel like it's just a waste of time. Because if you naturally became empty inside, or whatever they call depressed, I don't really believe in it, depression or all over. But if you really become that person, then you can heal it by just changing something in your life. You don't need to do something external as taking pills or any other type of shit. You can just be healed by doing natural stuff, like going out with friends if you have some. I didn't have, so I just went by myself into the nature, and I feel like it really worked. And as I said, I would never take those pills or whatever I drink, because I feel like it's quite only to make the situation worse, and I couldn't really believe that I had the feeling of being depressed. But yeah, I healed it over time. It just I got rid of it. Found it. I finally found out what I like to do, and I just started doing it. At first, it was hard because I really couldn't concentrate on it, because my mind was so fast paced that I just couldn't sit still. And yeah, I feel like that's. And you know what's more, how you can actually cure your depression is when you're going to take care of yourself. When you take care of yourself, you feel much more better later. When maybe if even you clean up your room and or just take care of yourself a bit, buy something for yourself. Because I felt like when when you're empty, you don't even go to shower, right? But when you just go shower, like a long shower, warm shower, you feel much more better after. So that I feel like taking care of self, going out, this would really help to me to heal, or just get rid of that phase, if I put it that way. Wherever we're going through, we all have different situations, and I feel like the causes are still the same, because feeling depressed is usually mostly because you're alone, and when you're alone, all the bad habits come in, and I feel like that's a point where that's the most case of depression right now in the world, is that people don't go out that much and don't socialize that much, but you still gotta like a bit. If you're with people all the time, I don't know how can you feel really depressed, or maybe some sad situation may happen to you, but you just be sad. I wouldn't call that depression. Where I don't like using the word depression for me. I don't believe in it. It's just the phases of life when you really feel low, and you just have to change it somehow. It has a cause, and you definitely can change it. So yeah, that's the video I wanted to make. First is get rid of all your those. That's what I've done. That's what I've done. That's what helped me. I'm not saying it's going to help you, but that's what's helped me, and I actually want to help some of you out here, because that's what I feel like I'm here to do. First, I got rid of my bad habits, like those fast peaks of dopamine, right? Then it was I just started going out to the nature, wherever, and I took care of myself and really helped me. So those 3 years that I reckon helped me the most. And of course, find the things that you like doing, love doing, because that's what I was doing during the depression phase. I was really figuring out what I like, and now I found it. So yes, that was 4. I would say 4. It helped me. Maybe I will remember some more. I'll make some video on it later, but those are the main 4 that I have in mind. Maybe I help somebody with the advice and with that you get rid of it naturally and without using any substances.